Hi guys, welcome to the Best and Versus YouTube channel. Today, there's a weird subject. From dogs that emerged 7 years after they disappeared to a bird who spoke a new language after they come back. Here are 10 pet stories that return home after being lost. Let's start. By the way, if you want such videos to continue, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Prince among soldiers. The story of an Irish Terrier dog named Prince. It's owned by a soldier named James Brown, who lives in England and will serve in the army in the First World War. Brown was one of the first men assigned to the war against Germany. He was sent to France together with many other men. His family was very upset by this news, but his dog most affected by this was the Prince. His dog was so upset that he left the house one day and drowned the family even more. Brown's wife wrote in the letter that the Prince had disappeared, but when the letter went to Brown, their dog had already gone to the Browns. Before we go on, let's say a little detail about England and France. There's a large body of water between these two countries called the English Canal, a canal that some human swimmers had difficulty passing through. Yet the dog swam canal and found its owner. This is unreasonable and unbelievable. You may have wondered what he did after the Prince got there. The dog became the mascot of Brown's unit and carried messages among the soldiers during the war.
Don't forget to subscribe us.
Horse on Craigslist. In San Antonio, Texas, a woman named Michelle Poole was undergoing back surgery. The woman with an award-winning horse named Offie wanted to make sure that the Offie was taken care of. But it would have been too expensive to get her to where she was transported. So she asked her father to take care of the horse. That's why she allowed the horse to roam freely in fields surrounded by a simple wire fence. One day a thief jumped over the fence and stole the horse. When Michelle found out that the horse was stolen, she immediately called a group that specialized in finding stolen horse. 10 years after the woman's notice, the Offie was found. The person was a priest. The priest, who said that he found Offie from the side of the road, decided to sell it on the internet. When the woman saw the ad on the internet, she examined the horse and realized that the horse was an Offie. She found the stolen horse report and called the authorities. Since the incident was in Texas, the authorities hired a cowboy to go to the priest's house and retrieve the horse. There wasn't enough evidence to prove that the priest was the first to steal. Corky Dog. This story took place in 2009 and is not a typical pet story. The Montes family had received a broken terrier at the age of 1, which they gave them their Corky name. It was a gift that the dog parents received for their children. But the dog disappeared in Texas, which is a pretty big place, after a short time. 7 years later, the Montes family was very surprised when the Corky was found. In 2016, a man saw two stray dogs walking together and took them to the vet. One of those dogs was Corky. So, who was the other dog? It seems that, as part of the Corky journey, he met the one-eyed dog named Captain and decided to take care of him. He had a strong bond of staying together in the wild for 7 years. He still protects the Captain despite being safe with the family. For example, watching him while eating, and first, he makes sure he is filled. The family could get the plain Corky back, but they could see that without the Captain, the Corky would not be the same. So they took both dogs with them. Dog Tough. The owner Chris Jackson jumped in his truck with his dog and went to a bar. As expected from a good owner, he chained his dog out and went in for a drink. When someone with an unknown intention saw the dog being chained, he unchained it either to release or potential to steal it. Jackson and his girlfriend posted a missing notice all over the state. Many people saw the dog, but they could not catch it. The dog was only 3 miles from Jackson's house since it was last caught. Why is this information important? Because it was 18 miles from the bar he went to. So the dog went the distance of 15 miles on his own knowing he was going the right way. Dogs are really amazing. Siberian Husky Moon. Dark Dashiell had 3 dogs and one day he decided to go on the road trip but had to take a toilet break during the trip. So he stopped the car. He made his toilet and came back. Meanwhile, one of his dogs, the Siberian Husky named Moon, ran away from the truck. Naturally worried, Dashiell searched the area but could not find the Siberian Husky, so his house went to Nevada. The Moon had to cross one river and one desert and one mountain to return home. The Moon passed all these places in a short time, like 1 week. This is really unbelievable. When the dog came home, it was obvious that he was very scared. Dog laser. Aliens are known to show all kinds of emotions. The most forgotten and overlooked emotion is fear. The 3-year-old dog named Laser was scared to die during a fireworks display while on summer vacation with his family and ran away. These searches continued. The family noticed that something was going on because the locations given by the people were moving away from where they were going to for holiday and were approaching their home. Finally, the Laser was caught in the schoolyard very close to where the family lived. It is very impressive, but even more impressive, the Laser has been with this family for only 1 month. I think it is more impressive that they have such a strong relationship in 1 month. Katakuza. Russia can be a very pity-free country because of the weather and predators. So you should not lose a pet that is not used to these conditions in Russia. Therefore, when their cat named Kuza, which they lost during their holiday in Russia, ran away, the owner gave up hope that her cat survived after a long time searching for her. But the owner didn't know that the Kuza was on her way back home. She returned to home after exactly 3 months. Why did it take so long? Because the cat had to travel 1,300 kilometers in the Russian lands. How it happened, the cat came back to home without too much injury. Also, her claws were almost completely gone, and also she had lost weight. Considering the distance of 1,300 kilometers, this is quite a slight damage. What do you think? Cat Woozy. There was a cat named Woozy who lived in England with their owners Hearn and Phyllis Jones. They were so happy together, and one day Woozy somehow ran away from the house and started wandering around. By then, she actually walked 30 miles from home. Woozy finally found herself in a pastry factory. Luckily, the workers at the factory fell in love with her as soon as they saw the cat. Woozy's name changed to George and became the unofficial mascot of the bread produced by the factory. She was fed with the meat put into the pies made by the factory. 3 years have passed. Woozy was still the mascot of the factory. The workers realized that had never taken the Woozy to the vet. When they went to the vet, they found a microchip inside and found their real owner. Woozy has now returned to her family, having gained a few pounds. Dog Sage. Sage was a German Shepherd. He was a very loyal and punctual dog. He was welcoming his owner at the door every day at the same time. But one day, the Sage did not appear at the door. After a week, the owner was disappeared. Fortunately, the Sage didn't give up life. The Sage was shot by the Anonymous. He had a lot of shotgun flippers in his hamlet. He managed to return to his owner despite this. The owner took him to the vet immediately. The vet's explanation was that the dog had entered primitive state called wolf mode. In this mode, the dogs use their whole body energy until they reach a goal. It's very good that this mode worked for Sage, but it's still unknown what exactly happened.
Hi! Did you like it? By the way, don't forget to subscribe our channel and like the video. See you in the next video. Take care.